Welcome to Talk About It Tuesday with Corinne and my lovely daughter, Ash. So, today we're thinking about the holidays and what's coming up in next week. Like, we're 9 days from Christmas. And I know that kind of gives you an idea of when we recorded this, but anyway, it's all right. Going into holidays, there's always lots of different, first of all, expectations that happen, but lots of emotion that happens. And then you add alcohol to it, then you have a whole different type of emotion, which is entertaining. So we thought
Right.
that we would talk about, we both pulled cards using the Osho Zen deck. And so you pulled what deck card did you
I
pull?
pulled master and compromise. Oh, it's funny. They're right beside each other. I went to go grab them again because we try to
Yeah,
do
the
that.
mastery. Yeah, it's
And
mastery. You
compromise.
take a look at that master deck, that master card, and you take a look at what's above the head. And I always say that's where your soul kind of resides, is above your head. It's not, it's attached to you, but it's kind of outside of you. I think that's part of the subconscious mind as well. So, it's interesting how we begin to master certain things, and mastery comes from what practice, like really it comes down to that. And compromise card is, do not compromise your values during this Christmas season. Do not compromise what your beliefs are. The world is crazy, literally crazy. There's lots of things that are going on. So it is about staying grounded and mastering your own energy, mastering and keeping your energy very, very clear to you, if that makes sense.
It does. Well, and it's funny. I was looking for the aloneness card because that's the other one you pulled. And it's
Yeah, I
like,
pulled this one. Yeah,
yeah.
this is the
So I
one.
was just
I
gonna grab it just for the group, but it's like when you become the master, it always said to me, like when you become a master, it's 10,000 hours to become a master on if you did
Yeah,
one
for
thing
sure.
for 10,000 hours. And I
Has
realized
to be the expert. Yeah, for sure.
yeah, right. And so it's like when you think about when you know something so well, like when you think about tying your shoelaces, I'm not saying that we're all shoelace wearers, but I'm pretty confident we've done at least, well, actually, if you start to do those things where say you spend how much time at a stoplight, how much time brushing your teeth, like someone actually counted an average, right, and gave you a math equation on that. But when you think about how you don't even think twice about tying your shoes, but then when you have a young wee one learning, it's like the hardest thing in the world, and it's like, how do you,
Right?
yeah, and you think, hey, how can you encourage? And that's the thing is like, the master is not someone who gives up. A master is someone who keeps thinking. And so again, I want to bring in grandma's um calendar, which
Yeah.
I love because what is the master? And this is what a master does. So for those who don't know, this is Miriam Williamson, Daily Thoughts of the Year. And it's just this is for with my grandma Franz. Anyways, December 16th. Once you've had enough and you can't do it anymore, you consider the possibility that there might be a better way. That's when your head cracks open and God comes in. And how is it when you're just literally at the end of it? And I hear it like the beautiful stories are when we stop trying to have a baby, we got pregnant, or, like those are
Yeah,
the
for
best
sure.
stories, right? When you stop working so hard at something, or when you stop trying so hard and then all of a sudden it just happens, or a new solution comes. It's like, well, what came first? Letting go or finding a way. But the thing is that when you want something bad enough, there's nothing that will stop you. And that is what the most, and so when you think about, again, Christmas is coming, right? Christmas means so much to so many different people. And like my aunt said, and my mom has told me this, is you can be nice to anyone for 3 days. You can. You can be nice to anybody for 3 days. You can be nice to anybody for 3 hours. You can be nice to anybody. But what does it take to be the master of yourself, of your own body, of your own mindset? Because like when it says you can be nice to anybody for 3 days, it means you can master your ability for tolerance, patience, kindness. Now, we pulled
For
the
yourself. Like
yeah,
that's really what the master card is about. It's not about mastering
others.
someone else. It's about
Yeah.
mastering yourself and being like not compromising yourself. Not
Yeah.
the aloneness card is not being afraid to be alone. Like to be alone is to be in the presence of yourself. So that to me is mastery. To be alone means to be in the presence of myself. To be alone, to be lonely means to be in the absence of myself. So these all kind of go together where we are now learning to master ourselves. And
Yeah.
that's what this Christmas is all about. We're going to go through some things that are going to challenge us as a human, as humans,
Yeah.
as families, as whatever. You need to say, okay, so if I'm mastering myself, what does that look like?
Yeah. And that's don't compromise your integrity. And that's what I hear
Your
is the
values,
compromise.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Because no person, and I'm going to say as loud and clear, no person, even if it's your family member, should ever make you change the way that you feel in your own body. And the lie that we tell ourselves is this person's irritating me or this person's making me feel like I need to lash out. Because I don't know how many times Christmas is the time we all fight. Or, someone will make a comment or whatever. And it's like, and it's that same adage, like just keep the peace, just keep the peace. But the same thing is you don't want to compromise, but at the same time, you have to recognize as well, like what is the purpose? So, for example, I'm not coming back home for Christmas this year. It's actually
Yeah,
the first time, like in over 10 years since it's been where I haven't been home for Christmas because I
yeah,
would fly home. It's actually a weird feeling. And it's like, it's kind of like not like it's not real, but like I'm building my own traditions here. I'm building our own like Christmas here. And I said, no matter where I am, I'm going to make it the best Christmas that I can have, no matter where I'm at. Right.
yeah.
So, and so as I do that, I focus on how I can call my family. I can do a video call. I can do all that. And so as I do that, I can still find. Now, is this lagging a bit here?
Nope.
No, okay, perfect. Anyways, I saw myself. Anyways, so it's about what can you do. So for those who are not spending time with family, or for those again who have lost someone for the holidays, because again, it's a checkpoint. Christmas is a checkpoint. Holidays are a checkpoint because someone may not be there now, right? And of course, this month we've had a lot of exiting, last month, a lot of exiting. And so it's about how can you honor your loved ones even though they're not here this year, right? And it's about
Yeah.
kindness. And even if they're not unalived or dead or whatnot, or their past, sorry to be so blunt, but they could just be not there. It's like, how can you still find a way to honor them? So, yeah, what are your thoughts on that, Mom?
So I think that we should just honor the memory. If there's a memory, we honor the memory, finding a way to honor that memory, finding a way to honor people that are, away from, like living in different provinces and you're not going to be together, just finding ways to honor each other and having a thought for them. I'm going to miss you're not going to be there for
Yeah,
sure. But if I were to have so much energy on that, then I would miss the other things that I'm going to do. So, am I going to come out in spring? I am. So, when
yeah,
I come out in spring, I'll spend a couple weeks there, and that will make up with it as I bring Nanaimo bars and date squares and things like
yes,
that to your house.
yeah. Christmas in
Or you come to
February
my
works for
house and I
me.
give you those. What's
Yeah.
that?
So Christmas in February is just as fine for me because
It is
like,
for me too. But
right?
we have to remember what, and I think this year, probably more so than other years since I was a kid, remembering what Christmas is about. And it says Merry Christmas. So it is about Christ. And so that's part of it. And I never like really honing in on that and my religious upbringing and my religious beliefs. I don't talk a lot about that, but it's, going back to those roots that are really important, whatever the roots are for you, and trusting and being okay with that. I think that is really important.
Actually, I was just thinking about that as I was just thinking about Christmas and I was going through my mind through all the gifts and the presents, and we were listening to Silent Night, and it was a Rascal Flatts version where it
Oh
talked to
yeah.
one line where it was God came to show us how much we were meant to love each other. And I
Yeah.
thought to myself, like, that is the magic in Christmas. Like, I enjoy more than anything watching the kids light up. I love, like, or giving someone, like, I know, like, it's funny. I work as a bartender, and people tip me even more at Christmas. And I just light up even more. And I just think, like, even just like when someone gives and then you receive, like, that feeling is
Yeah.
like that's the beauty of Christmas in my opinion. Like, and that's where I had this image of like when like I also like to watch those videos where they bless these people where they'll like, do you want a basketball or do you want $1,000? And they're like, well, like or whatever, and then whatever they choose and they go and give it and share it and pay it forward. And it's funny how the people with the least amount will give the most. Do you know
They
what I
always do.
mean?
Yeah.
And it's like it just humbles me and helps me remember like that is what we're here to do is to light up another person. So if I
Yeah.
could say anything for this week, and my message for this week is light up yourself so that you can light up another person.
Sure.
Whether it's with
Absolutely.
giving out flowers or giving out like whatever you can. Like it's not a it's just I find that such a gift, just to
It
give.
is totally like when you're of service to other people, you light up. I remember my dad, there's a tradition in our household on Christmas morning, we would always read the Christmas story. And
Yes.
so I think this year I will take out I have the old family Bible, and I think I
Nice.
will bring it
Yeah.
down to my dad's house and have him read the old family story, because I
And
think that would
record
be so good
him.
for him to
Yeah.
be able to do that from the family Bible. So I think I will be doing that. I
Can
never
you do
thought
it
about it
with
till just now.
Yeah, can you do peanuts and mandarin oranges and a fire? That's exactly how I
Peanuts
grew
and
up,
mandarin
y'all.
oranges. Yeah, that was the
Right?
other thing.
We
Yeah,
would,
in our
yeah,
stocking. Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's because back in the 80s and the 90s, that was like the rage, okay? We get to shell our own peanuts, throw them in the fire, and because I
Yeah,
tell you,
for
okay,
sure. Grandpa has a fire. Has a
yeah,
fireplace. So yeah, for sure.
right?
That
And
anyway,
like we would
just
listen
look
to
at
the,
your traditions and bring some of those
yeah,
traditions forward this year. Maybe that's another thing to really connecting with that part of you that is really important.
yeah. And right, and that,
Anyway, I
yeah,
will be doing here next week as well, but enjoy the holidays. Enjoy the time that you have with the people that are around. We could be going through some pretty crazy things, and be prepared. Like, just think about who is important and what is important, and allow that to become the forefront.
yeah. Well, is
Very
there
awesome.
anything else you wanted to add to that?
No,
Just,
not really. We'll be here next week. I'll be loading this up. It's on a podcast, so we're just going to start to promote the podcast. It is on YouTube, so I'll be adding that to Facebook as well. So hopefully, you'll be able to follow it and then get all of the latest ones, because we are doing this once a week. Anyway, talking about different things that make a family, make life a little bit easier for sure. All
yeah.
right. Take care, and we'll talk soon. Bye for now.